Welcome back, everybody, to Mode Cup Clam Blitz Edition. My name is Bio. I'm joined here by Peachy, and I made a small mistake before leaving the air. We're going to be doing losers semis here, best of 3 between Destiny and SuTe. I'm sorry about that. And we're going to be starting here on Clam Blitz Humpback Pumptrack, a returning maps from Splatoon 2. We're all probably very familiar with it. So probably not too many words need to be minced here.
Yeah, this is not my favorite map in a million years. I like to call it the Pit of Death because you go try to push clams in like in the mid there, and you kind of get jumped by the entire enemy team because they have high ground and you don't. You have nowhere to go. So the real only good way to push is through the sides. So I think we're going to see some interesting weapon picks and interesting plays on this map. It's a map with a lot of potential, but is hated on a lot. And I want to say rightfully so, but unlike other maps, this one actually has some sort of flank route. So, I mean, respect where respect's due.
Yeah, it is from Splatoon 2, it is going to have some flank routes compared to the Splatoon 3 stages. But yeah, we're going to go in here. SuTe coming out with a Squeezer 96 gal deco composition, a very interesting that's Destiny, my bad. Double wall, very interesting, probably a much slower playstyle than what we've been used to seeing these past few games. Coming up against SuTe with their very unorthodox, actually. I mean, the Tri-Slosher and the Zappa are a given, but the heavy deco with the 52, not too popular. I mean, we haven't seen especially the heavy deco too much recently, but they might have a use for that Kraken, which we actually see getting popped in right now. It is mostly going to be used for reconnaissance, though. It's not going to be used for going for some aggressive picks, and it's going to play pretty bad. And yeah, sorry about that. Shiver got distracted by one of the flying club.
And this is I have to take like a deep look at both these teams. They're more interesting than I think they first lead on. I mean, some weird, I want to say like semi-off meta picks, but to see them from both teams is kind of a treat because you don't get a chance to really see weird picks from both sides of the fight. So, I mean, especially on this map, I think it could be played pretty interesting. I mean, right now it's just kind of battle for mid. Whoever can take mid and get some sort of advantage first should be able to start taking lead and getting points on the board, but this is a very stall-heavy situation right now, so I'm not really sure who's going to prevail here. I mean, we choose that Kraken up, and Kraken can be really helpful here, but with not another special right now to combo off of, it can't really do anything.
Yeah, two teams are playing really slow right now, but it is going to be Destiny coming out with a pretty strong advantage. 3 down to the side of SuTe. They are going to be forced to back off, play around that heavy, but Destiny's still not playing as fast as I think they should be, and they are going to get punished by that Tri-Slosher going for a pick in mid, getting a pick onto that 96 gal Deco, and actually causing Destiny to lose 3 of their members, giving SuTe another chance at pushing into mid strong. They have a power plant set up. They have that Kraken from the heavy deco. If they can get some great value right now, they can definitely play off of this Inkjet, build off a lot of space, but it's not quite gonna happen. The Inkjet doesn't get any value. The Squeezer gets a pick onto the Splash. They are gonna go for the power clam jump, but they miss the ball, unfortunately. And it is going to be SuTe's push really ending before it even started, and Destiny getting set up for a counter push right here and now.
Yeah, that's definitely the flaw of the Kraken push. Is it's not really the Kraken, but it's more of like, did the jumper jump at the right time so that I can instantly dunk that ball in? Because we saw there, they jumped a little bit too early where they weren't quite in range of the basket, and their whole push got punished for it.
Yeah, no, they were really riding off that Kraken jump, getting value, but they jumped off a little bit, and actually we see them miss the ball again, and Destiny take advantage of that and score. That's pretty unfortunate. unfortunate. Destiny is not going to get too many points on the board, only 71, but it is still a ding to Pacifica's neutral game right here. They're going to be forced to now get a push set up, try to overcome Destiny's lead right now, and see what they can pull off with this 70 seconds left.
And I'm definitely enjoying watching how both these teams approach using Kraken, because we see SuTe use Kraken as more of a, like, alright, we're going to use it to push in, and we're going to jump to that Kraken. Where Destiny will use their Kraken to more, they're going to push in, but the Kraken's not going to sit there and wait. It's going to be proactive and try to start positioning people where they shouldn't be, taking some picks. So, two different playstyles with Kraken, which is pretty awesome to see, considering that you don't see normally two Krakens in a game. So it's very nice to see.
Yeah, those two contrasting playstyles are really cool because like you said, a Kraken mirror normally just has those two teams playing them, really aggressively, and it just boils down to which one can get more picks than the other. But seeing these two teams approach the special differently based on really the weapon that it's on is definitely a really nice change of pace, and we're seeing Destiny use that aggressive Kraken compared to SuTe's transportation Kraken going for that jump in. Will they be able to score? Yes, they do. The barrier is broken. They are in overtime. Some picks do go down here. Destiny trying to hold on to their very fragile lead, and it does seem like it will be successful. No clams being held by SuTe, and that is going to be game 1 going to Destiny.
That may have been a little bit of a different story if that first Kraken push hadn't ended in an unfortunate miss. But Destiny was able to capitalize just a little better with a bit of a more aggressive Kraken, because, I mean, you can't really do anything about Krakens when they're just there. So, very interesting game. I mean, it was played till overtime, very stall heavy, but both those teams were pretty defensive, which isn't the most common thing to see in a tournament setting with, like, very similar play styles.
Yeah, no, these teams were playing really, really passively. They were just observing the other, just waiting to see which one would pounce first and trying to get some counter pushes, some counter plays off of those facts, but it wasn't quite successful for really either one. And SuTe just wasn't quite able to get ahead of Destiny's admittedly small lead of 60-something. I think it was 61. But yeah, now we have Destiny at match point. We're going to game 2 in this best of 3. SuTe need to win this if they want to stay in the game. If they lose this game, they're out of the tournament, and Destiny gets secured a spot in losers finals, and it's all going to be decided here on Manta Maria Clams.
Yeah, this is a map for sure. I mean, I just like Manta Maria as a map as a whole, just because I'm just bad at it. I'm gonna be real, but this map does have some interesting plays, because you theoretically have 3 ways to push, and you got the bunker route, the street route, and the pretty risky route where you got to jump over the water onto the other side. So some interesting chances for counter plays, and at least some room for interesting team comps here. So I am excited to see what both teams come back with.
Yeah, this map is, of course, returning from Splatoon 2, so these two teams will definitely have a bit of experience, but of course it has changed a little bit in its port here to Splatoon 3. That street area was widened, some other areas of the map were adjusted, but luckily on Clam Blitz, it did not lose its iconic black block on the right side. So they are going to have that alternate route to move into the basket. So that is definitely going to be very nice for both teams as they approach moving into this map. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Destiny switching up their comp a little bit, going with the rapid deco, and SuTe whipping out another wall weapon. That we now have quad wall on the field right now. We have 2 squeezers and 2 gals. Very interesting to see. SuTe really switched up their strategy, trying to find something that works against Destiny, seeing as how they struggled a little bit on the last game. And now we're seeing them really move differently, play differently, thanks to these 2 weapon switches.
I mean, I can't help but chuckle a little bit I mean, where else are you gonna see such actual cool and different comps than here in Mode Cup? I mean, like, you would never see this in, like, I'll say, like, Low Ink or Paddling Pool or any other, like, notable tournament. You wouldn't see a weird comp like this, and this is just super interesting, and it's kind of funny, but it does leave a lot of room for, like, really cool plays. Just super wacky, super cool. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, and we're seeing that wackiness come into play here as Destiny move into their first push. They are still proving that they can play a little bit faster than Kasuka and pull it off well enough as Kasuka actually goes 3 down. Destiny still just really comfortable. Now actually pull off a wipeout.
2 clams.
A lead of 37 on the side of Destiny. Kasuka really struggling on that grading area to just stay alive. Soon you're going to get double teamed by the mid lines on the side of Destiny. And Destiny is still really comfortable in the street area, keeping the push going. It is unfortunately, just as I say that, going to end unless Obito can get some more in. No, they are going to get a trade though, which is still pretty good, and it's even better when you combine with the fact that they already have a 25-point lead. With Kasuka, this is not how you wanted to start the game off.
Yeah, 0-25 on Manta Maria isn't the easiest thing to do, especially when you gotta kind of dive into their pit there just to kind of keep them at bay. But Destiny did the, like, unlikely and was able to take it down to a very nice lead. And with that Kraken pushing, we maybe see a Kraken jump here because they do have a power clam. Are they gonna be able to do it, though? They're not.
Oh, they did not jump. They left. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Their 96 is going to die alone over there. But it might not even matter. Destiny do go 2 down, but they have this Ink Deck. If they can get some great value, it could keep Kasuka at bay for just enough time to keep their lead safe. And although it does not get value, it moves the team back. Actually, no, just as I say that, the Rapid Deco does actually go down to the heavy splat link. Destiny now on the back foot. Kasuka have a lot of momentum. They have 22 clams and 2 power clams, 3 power clams now on the field. This could be very dangerous for Destiny if they don't play really cautiously right now. A little bit less than 2 minutes remaining. So Kasuka still have a lot of time to make this happen, and they're gonna make it happen with their power clam jump. They do get a power clam in, and they are set up under the basket, get a clean pick on the zap, but they lose their 2 wall weapons. That is going to be devastating for them. They don't have their main slayers. That's 3 down. That's a delayed wipeout on the side of Kasuka, and Destiny is going to pull off that defense without a hitch, just getting a few points, giving it up to Kasuka, but it's not really going to matter. They still have a very comfortable lead of 25.
Yeah, Kasuka there had all the right ingredients for a really solid push, but Destiny's front lines were able to just deny those jumps, and that was 2 power clams. That was potentially game-changing, but Destiny was able to capitalize and just shut down an entire push, just like that. Very impressive.
Yeah, they did a great job of shutting down Kasuka's resource management pretty much instantly. And now with 45 seconds left, Destiny seemed geared up to take this game. They do lose their squeezer, kind of worrying, but they still have this mid area locked down. Look how much paint they have. Look at their special. They have 3 specials compared to Kasuka's 1 Kraken. So this is definitely looking very strong for Destiny, especially as they get 2 picks onto Kasuka, but Terra is fighting with all their might to get something going for their team, but there is a flank, and Destiny breaks the barrier. If they can just score a few more clams in and keep the basket open, that will deny Kasuka of any overtime. It's not going to happen. They do have overtime, but now Destiny has such a huge advantage. Kasuka is going to have to do a Herculean effort to try and get something in. They're going to go for the Kraken Chief. Once again, this is their tried and true strategy. They're going for it. For the power plant jumps, they get 1 in, but they don't get the second, and it's actually too late. Overtime runs out just before they can get the power clam to even open the basket, and game 2 alongside the set will be going to Destiny, securing Destiny a spot in losers finals, and SuTe sending him out of the tournament.
That's unfortunate, honestly. I always hate it when it happens, when you gotta throw that power clam and you see it hit the basket and then time runs out right as it's spinning in. That's just unfortunate. SuTe had such a good push going in there. Destiny had choked up, not able to hold it open, left them with 2 power clams, but just not able to get there quite fast enough before time ran out.
Yeah, honestly, I think SuTe was relying a little bit too much on that Kraken to be their main form of entry. I think they should have used it a little bit more aggressively on some to get some more picks instead of just only using it for some jumps. They had some good moments, and Destiny was definitely showing off that that strategy can be used really well. But I think SuTe was relying on it a little bit too much, and that is, in my opinion, why they ended up losing that second match. But regardless,
Yeah.
we now have our losers finals match, Jackpot against Destiny. We'll be right back as we set up that exciting match, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yep.